channel. I have a very exciting video today. It is going to be a highly requested makeup tutorial. It's actually going to be a get ready with me featuring the belle of the ball, the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. Shout out to one of my subscribers. She said that she has been waiting for this tutorial for a long time. I'm so sorry, girl. You guys know that I stopped doing a ton of makeup tutorials, and I honestly have not worn eyeshadow like this in probably a year. So if you guys would like to see how I got this nice subtle little mauve makeup look, please keep watching. Look on your face. Okay, guys. It feels so weird to do it gets ready with me because I haven't done one in so long, besides on the vlogs. I am getting ready for tonight. My cousin is in town and we are just gonna go hang out. We're going to one of my friends' houses and they are gonna cook for us. We're gonna eat, have fun, maybe hang by the pool so we can social distance ourselves. I posted earlier today when we were at Waffle House and you guys were like, ah, get out of there. I didn't eat Waffle House. My cousin is visiting from somewhere where they don't have Waffle House and she really wanted it, so that's why we went. But I didn't eat anything because I'm still trying to be really good as far as my eating goes, like my diet. So I just had a Diet Coke, then I came home, did some work and worked out, and now here I am filming videos. So yeah, we're just gonna go hang out tonight, be safe, and just have a little bit of fun. It does feel nice to be doing like a little more social things. Here's my whole take on, oh, first of all, I've already prepped my face. I will link those products down below. My moisturizer, my Foreo Luna 3, my pore tightening toner, and my sunscreen. So here's my kind of view on socializing right now. I feel comfortable doing one thing every other week. Like after I've had my 14 days to, you know, quarantine myself after being around people, I feel okay. So I went to a pool party maybe 2 weeks ago and now I'm doing this, but I'm not trying to make this a habit because I don't want to get too comfortable being out and about. But like today while we were at Waffle House, I sat there with my mask on because it's Waffle House. If you know, you know. And then when my cousin went in the bathroom, she said there was no soap. And we're like, how are you guys protecting against COVID if you don't even... Anyway, so I feel comfortable doing small things, but I'm not trying to get in the habit of going out a lot because for me, the more I socialize, the less I'm cognizant that we are in a pandemic. So, you know, this is okay. I know my cousin and my friend have both been safe, but we will be outside social distancing ourselves, so I feel comfortable with that. Also, I do want to get in a few more social things before the weather cools down and like there's nothing we can do outside besides a hayride. I'm taking advantage of these opportunities while still being as safe as I can. Also, if you're wondering what products I'm using, I am going to leave them down below. And shout out to my girl who requested this tutorial. I have not worn eyeshadow in so long, you guys. And I don't know, you guys know if you've been watching me for a while that I go through phases with eyeshadow. Sometimes I'm really into it and then other times I'm like, I do not have 20 minutes to dedicate to doing eyeshadow. But my cousin is a makeup lover also, so I know she's gonna have my makeup, so I feel like let me just put a little more extra effort into my look. So that is why I will be wearing makeup. But it does feel nice to just be a little more social. How are you guys faring? Have you been starting to venture out? How are the cases in your city or in your state? I know there was an article that came out maybe yesterday or the day before saying Georgia now leads the country in terms of new cases. But that's why I literally just stay home, with the exception of the one party I went to outside the pool party 2 weeks ago. I haven't been out and about. I just don't feel safe enough. And yeah, so things like this, like having my cousin come visit, and being able to go see my friend and knowing that we'll be outside and cooking and just having fun, but doing it as safely as we can, that means a lot. Just feels nice to be able to get back to life a little bit, but I don't want to get back too much back to life. I don't know. It's just a tough year, but YouTube has definitely been like keeping my company during this time, because social distancing or quarantine, you know, we do it for a reason, but it can kind of be sad when you can't hug and comfort and see your friends, family, and your loved ones. Like, that can really take an emotional toll on you. So I'm glad that I'm still able to be social, at least using, you know, technology. You have to be grateful for the little things, and if 2020 has taught me anything, it is to be grateful for the little things, like my health, my happiness, my family, my friends, and just really not take things for granted. So my eyebrows are pretty much done. Let me just quickly finish them up. I don't know about you guys, but it's so hard for me to do my eyebrows while I'm talking. So one moment. Okay, eyebrows are done. My next step is going to be foundation. Now, because I haven't been able to hang out much, go on vacation, travel, go up the street, really, I'm still pretty much my winter color. I'm probably a little bit darker, but not by much. So I've been using my regular winter shade foundation. This is the Nars All Day Luminous in the color Tahoe. This is my favorite foundation, but usually in the summertime, I will use my Maybelline. I'll link it down below. It's a mattifying foundation from Maybelline, and that's usually what I use for the summertime, because when I get tan, I get a red undertone, and that one also has really nice coverage, and it helps keep me matte. And I have really oily skin, especially in the summer. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with my beauty videos, you would know that I'm experiencing a lot of maskne, just because, you know, I'm trying to be safe and wearing my mask. So my skin is struggling right now, but you know, whatever. I have my health. Luckily, I know how to take care of my skin, and I've never had perfect skin, so that's not an issue for me. I'm just focusing on keeping it up as well as I can. This Nars foundation has really nice coverage. As you can see, with one light layer, that's enough for like every day. Now, because I'm going out tonight and I'm filming a video after this, I do want to look a little more perfected, but as far as just an everyday beat, this foundation gives you amazing coverage. Hello, maskne. You just won't let a girl be great, will you? I put one layer of foundation. Like I said, this will be great for just going out day to day. Bring you guys in a little more. Y'all see all this gray hair? Ooh, honey, she's getting old. But because I like a more fuller coverage, I'm going to go back in to the areas of my face where I have more blemishes and dark spots, and I'm gonna build up the coverage. That would be my cheeks and my chin. All the areas where my mask is. Lucky me. And if you guys watched my last makeup video, my last tutorial, which I'll link down below, I talked about how my biggest tip for looking perfected is taking your time when applying makeup. And if you're not used to applying a lot of makeup, just apply a little more than usual. Every time I watch professional makeup artists do makeup, they use a lot of steps and a lot of product, and they usually use more makeup than the average person is applying. And I find that that just helps to give you an elevated look, and it helps to make the makeup look a little more finished. Is there anybody like me who loves the look of makeup but hates wearing it? I like to be able to take a nap, even though I never take naps. But if I would wish to, I like the option of just being able to lay down on my pillow or my arm or hug somebody in a white shirt and not have to worry about getting them dirty. I really don't like wearing makeup. And I know people are always so shocked because Keikobeauty. Plus, I do enjoy makeup as far as the art of makeup. I don't know. I don't like wearing it. I also don't like doing makeup on other people. When I worked at Sephora, one of the things that, you know, kind of propelled me to leave the company was the fact that they were kind of making it mandatory for me to become a certified makeup artist. I don't like doing makeup on other people. I have in the past for friends when it was just necessary, but imagine putting mascara on somebody who is like it's really hard. It takes a lot to be able to put makeup on someone else. And I also feel like if you're used to applying makeup on yourself, you know, you have a certain technique for your face. So when you are an actual makeup artist, it takes a little more than just knowing how to apply makeup yourself. You have to know about different eye shapes, different face shapes, different skin types, everything like that. Especially where I worked, I don't know, people were just very demanding, but I knew that when I started working at Sephora that was not going to be like a career for me. It was just like, I just finished my master's degree. Let me do something fun for a year. And it was fun while it lasted, but I don't think I would ever do it again. Okay, so I have my concealer on. I'm gonna put a little down the bridge of my nose, and I'm just gonna let this set for maybe a minute, and then I will blend it out. Oh, this is not a beauty blender. This is actually a beauty blender dupe from Amazon. I love this thing. I spoke about it last month in my Amazon favorites. I always talk about this when I do makeup videos though, you guys. This is the best beauty blender dupe I have ever found. It is 99% identical to the beauty blender. I think the beauty blender is a little larger, but just by a little bit. The texture is so close to a beauty blender. Most of the times when I see beauty blender dupes at Target, at Ross, at Ulta, they're very, very stiff. This is super bouncy, like 99.5% identical to the original beauty blender. And since I found that I have never gone back to a beauty blender, it comes in a bag. It comes with, I think, 6 beauty blenders, and I will never buy a beauty blender again. It's highway robbery, $20 for a sponge that's gonna get all ripped up. And honestly, this sponge doesn't have any rips in it. So just a little tip to help you guys save a little bit of money. Okay, now I'm just gonna blend this out with my beauty blender dupe. I tend to look up just so that my eyes aren't creased. I don't have wrinkles, but I do have like small fine lines. Oh, and if you notice, I don't use a face primer. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I have super oily skin, and for me, I'm only gonna use a primer if it's gonna keep me matte for more than like 5 hours. And I have never found a primer that does that, that doesn't have a weird funky texture. So I just don't use a primer. What I do is carefully apply my makeup, and I apply a really nice setting powder, and my makeup never shifts unless I'm like crying or something. Just gonna smooth out my eyelid because I do have hooded lids. Next, I'm going to take my loose translucent setting powder. This is by Laura Mercier. I know I look crazy right now. This is my favorite setting powder. At one point, I was using the Hourglass, and it didn't keep me as matte as this keeps me. And this just gives the prettiest, soft, focused look. Like, look at how smooth my eyes look now. It's taken away that layer of shine. I have tried lesser expensive dupes. I tried the Airspun powder, but it made me look like a ghost. I mean, I know I'm looking pretty bright right now, but that's what bronzer's for. So this really helps lock in my makeup all day. If I can remember tonight, I will take a picture of myself at night. Right now it is 4:41. My makeup is gonna look exactly how it looks when I finish applying everything at night. This powder, it's the jam. I've recommended it to so many of my friends who, they're not necessarily like beauty influencers, meaning they might not know of all the new products that come out. But if any of my friends ever have questions, I am here to help. I want everybody to look amazing and feel beautiful. I recommended this to one of my friends and now she looks like a makeup artist. So hey Kiera, if you're watching this, she actually has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna link it down below. She does cooking, DIY. She also does home videos. She is building a fabulous, amazing home in Texas. And like when I told her about this setting powder and she showed me, I'm like, girl, you look perfect. So if you guys are wondering how my makeup stays in place and how I look smooth throughout the day and night, Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. I will never try anything else. Well, that's a lie. I will try other things, but that's the best that I've found to date. Now let's do some makeup. I'm gonna put a little bit of primer on my lids. I actually forgot that I was wearing eyeshadow, so I probably shouldn't have put concealer all over my lids, but whatever. This is the Smashbox eye primer. This is my fave. I'm just going to put this on top of all that concealer and powder. I know I messed up and I could take it off, but hopefully it'll still work out and I'll look nice. This is one of the only primers that I've ever found that keeps my lids from creasing. Like I said, I have really oily lids. I have really oily skin overall. Next, I'm going to go into the star of this video. This is the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. So my girl was asking for a tutorial. I thought that I had done one, but I looked on my channel and I never did. This is the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. My cousin who's actually here with me, she gave this to me for Christmas one year. This is what it looks like. Beautiful mauve, nude, pink, purple, and glitter tones. It's really, really a beautiful palette. The color I'm gonna put on my inner, no, let's start with our crease. I haven't done makeup in so long. I'm actually gonna use a different crease color. So the neutral palette that I could find easiest is my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is an OG palette, and I'm going to use the shade, what shade is this? I don't know. It's this light nudie shade right here. It's closest to my skin tone, and I'm gonna use this as a base. Let me pull you guys in a little more. I'm gonna use this as a base, so I'm gonna put this right in my eye socket, and this is going to be a transitional shade that will help all the other colors blend more easily. This is a really, really important step because especially if you have oily eyelids or creased eyelids, you want to apply something all over your eye, or at least in your crease first, that mimics the texture with the shadows that you're gonna put on top of it. So for my lid color, let's get back to the New Nude palette. I'm going to use, let's use this color at the top, Crave. Now I don't know what I'm wearing tonight, but this looks like a good shade that will match with everything, hopefully. So I'm gonna put that on my lid. I'm gonna concentrate it on the inner 2/3. And I'm gonna put it up a little higher than usual just because, like I said, I have hooded eyes. So in order for my shadow to show, I have to put it up a little higher or else you won't be able to see it. So that's on one eye. You probably can't see very well, but it's on there. 2/3 of the way over. Concentrating on putting it a little higher. Now for my outer color, I'm going to use this color Raw at the bottom. It's like a dark reddish brown matte color, and I'm putting this on a dome shaped fluffy brush. The first brush I used was a flat shader brush, and I'm going to run this in my crease right on top of that color we just put on the inner corner, and I'm going to work it into my outer crease. I have not put on makeup in so long. Hopefully I don't look a mess. Just working it back and forth, windshield wiper motion. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Windshield wiper motions back and forth. Now I do want to put a little color in my actual outer corner, so I'm going to take a flat shader brush in that same color, and I'm just going to pack it on like this outer 1/4 of my eye. And then of course I'll blend that out. So I'm going to go back into this fluffy brush, I'm actually gonna tap into that same color we used for the crease, the first transitional shade, and I'm going to blend this shade out. I'm just gonna go back and forth right over where it meets the shimmery color on my lid. And then I'm going to take it in my outer V and just go back and forth in my outer socket. Now, lashes would look really pretty with this look, but if you guys have also been following me for a while, you know I haven't worn lashes in a while. I'm just not into lashes. So now I'm just gonna dip back in that first color again and kind of clean up any harsh lines. Okay, I'm going to take a pencil brush and put that deep color in the New Nude palette that we put on the outer V, the color Raw, and I'm just gonna put that on my lower lash line in the outer half. I find that this really helps make the look finished. Now, because I forgot that I was wearing eyeshadow, I went ahead and put on my concealer and all that. But normally I would do that step right before I finish applying shadow to my lower lashes or my lower lash line. Now I'm gonna go in with mascara and I will apply this off camera because you guys know this is hard to do on camera. So what I do is I apply one coat of mascara to like my lash base to the tip, and then I go back and just apply mascara to the tips of my lashes, just because I have really short straight lashes and I want to get length without getting too much volume. So that is that. Now it's time for some bronzer. We're gonna bring some life back to our face. I feel so done up. This is crazy. But anyway, the bronzer I've been loving is my Charlotte Tilbury matte bronze or something like that. It has a little bit of oh wait, it is actually matte. I thought it had a little bit of natural shimmer in it, but it doesn't. So I'm just using this MAC 138 brush, which is a fluffy dome brush. I don't think they sell this anymore. I will link something down below similar if I can find it. And I'm just gonna put bronzer around the perimeter of my face. You guys know this is my favorite part of makeup. I just love a good bronze. And then I'm gonna use my powder brush to blend out a little bit of this bronzer that I put on my forehead. I feel like it's a little too much. And since I'm not going out, I don't wanna look too done up. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because there are no rules in makeup. If you want to be overdone and go to the grocery store, honey, I'm here for it. I do that sometimes when I'm cooking and I forget ingredients and I'm all made up. Okay, now as far as blush, because this look is so intense, I'm gonna go with something a little more muted. I'm gonna use MAC's Sweet as Cocoa, and this is like a brown shimmery color. I'm using my MAC 129 blush brush, which is my favorite. And I'm just gonna pop this on the apples of my cheeks. Okay, the last step is going to be lipstick, and I think I'm going to use this nudie color that I wore recently. It's actually a pink nudie color. This is Nars Fly Robin Fly. It's limited edition, unfortunately, but if I can find something similar, I will link it down below. I really love the formula of Nars liquid lipsticks. Now I think I'm gonna change my lipstick shade because everything is looking like the same tone. I'm gonna wear MAC's Velvet Teddy, which is like a brownie nude. I don't like this either. Okay, the trouble that you have to go through when you haven't worn makeup in a long time. Third time's a charm. We're using NYX Nutmeg Lip Liner, which is a dark brown. And then the lipstick I'm using is Charlotte Tilbury Penelope Pink. Hopefully this looks okay. Oh yeah. And on top of that, I'm going to use my Pat McGrath Flesh Fantasy, which is a really nice nude, a warm nude with no shimmer. So this is the finished look, guys. Let me come a little closer. I hope you enjoyed it. Nice and simple. It is basically an elevated version of a nude eyeshadow look using the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. I will link this down below, as well as all the other products I have used. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this nice little chit chat get ready with me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.